9 men and 3 women will now decide whether Larry Householder will go to prison. The jury began deliberating this morning in the corruption trial of the former Ohio House Speaker. David Winter joins us from the federal courthouse, where he talked to the defendant exclusively earlier today. David?
Paula, the jury getting the case today is the culmination of 7 weeks of evidence and testimony, most of it coming from the U.S. Attorney's side. The U.S. Attorney trying to convince the jury that Larry Householder traded legislation for $60 million in campaign funds. At the center of this case is First Energy, the Akron electric company that in 2018 had 2 nuclear plants which needed a bailout piece of legislation in order to raise $1.3 billion from ratepayers. The prosecution told the jury First Energy found that bill, House Bill 6, in the 2017-2018 133rd General Assembly, and they found a champion for it, Larry Householder. While Householder did not sponsor HB 6, the allegation is he secured its passage through funneling tens of millions of dollars to campaigns and in turn secured his bid for Speaker of the House. During the 7-week trial, U.S. attorneys presented recordings, emails, texts, phone records, and documents that they say prove Householder received $60 million through a secret, unreported 501c4 nonprofit. Several other players were allegedly involved. 2 of them pleaded guilty and testified against Householder. Another committed suicide, and a 4th, former Ohio Republican Party Chair Matt Borges, is co-defendant with Householder. In a deal with the government, First Energy admitted it paid Householder bribes and paid a $230 million penalty in exchange for avoiding prosecution. The defense told the jury Householder was engaged in political activity, not criminal activity. The prosecution told the jury Householder's racketeering scheme was designed to get power, use power, and keep power, and HB 6 was not good for Bob and Betty Buckeye. We caught up with Householder after the jury got the case. How confident are you?
Well, I feel pretty good about it. I do. I think that the case was presented, and hopefully justice will be done. So,
do you think that Householder and Borges each face 20 years in prison? The jury retired today at 4:15. They'll be back tomorrow at 9 a.m. Reporting from the federal courthouse, David Winter, back to you in the studio.
Thank you, David. The legislature ended up passing HB 6 and Governor DeWine signed it into law. But after Householder's arrest, lawmakers repealed the First Energy bailout and the electric bill hike that came with it.